Alright, guys, so a little bit different today. We are going to have a little bit of a cast-a-thon, shall we say, where I shall watch a few people cast their games, and hopefully we'll get a little some good games in here. I'm just going to cast and watch a little bit since I've casted. So who we've got here? We've got Praise the Sun, and he is our red player up at the top. He's Poseidon, and then down the bottom is Chesso Chesophilis, who is also Poseidon, and we are on Oasis. So Praise the Sun is looking for his forward hunt, and he found it. That's why he did not make a granary yet. Now he will move down to the bottom here, and we'll. I'm surprised they're holding on to their lures for so. Oh, he's luring to his granary. Okay, so the reason he put his lure on his granary is so that, like, if he were to put it down here, the zebra from here, I think it's far enough away where it would attract his own zebra, which that kind of sucks. So that's why he did it like that. And actually, Praise the Sun did the same thing. So that's why they held on to it. It makes sense now. They will have one other pack of hunt, and we see it right here. Will be a gazelle and giraffe mix. We've got one giraffe. There might be a few more, maybe a couple more gazelle too, but we shall see. Yeah, Poseidon versus Poseidon. Okay, coming down here. Anyway, who are these players, you might ask? Well, Chesophilis, he plays a lot of Extended Edition, but he's also pretty good as well. He's played on Voobly in the past and generally can get into like the lower end of the top 20, I suppose. So he's pretty solid, and I'd say he's better than Praise the Sun up here, and ASDF is the first. But Praise the Sun used to play quite a bit, probably a couple years ago, as we see our first giraffe being allured to the lure. And he was usually about 1750 Poseidon, and he just came back. I just started seeing him playing again maybe a few weeks ago. I think I actually played a couple games against him on one of my streams, and he's decent. I'd say Chesophilis is better. Improves hero speed. That's actually not a bad relic. I mean, when you always want to see this when you're Loki, but even for Greek, who only have 4 heroes, just to get them that little extra speed is actually very beneficial. So this is a really good relic. And the other one I think was pair of golden lions. Nothing to really get too excited about. I am looking at goat count. Goat count is very important because every player is going to get the same amount of hunt. You're going to get your initial zebra, and then you'll get your secondary hunt. And they are saying in the chat here that one of Chesso's giraffe is getting lured away, but I think I think one of Praise the Sun's is going the other way. So these two lured giraffes will kind of meet each other in the middle and pass each other. And we do have a pause. Nice haircut, looking fresh. Yes, I got it. My wife gave me a nice shortcut the other day. Looking at town centers, they're both pretty close to the base for both players. Gold mines could be a bit of an issue. This gold mine is probably a little bit better for Praise the Sun, and this one because it's not quite as good for Chesso because it's on the other side of these trees here, so a little bit harder for him to get to. And so this baboon got lured to Chesso's lure, and now is getting lured away by Praise the Sun's lure. And then we did see our 2 giraffe pass right by each other. So yeah, the 2 lures, and okay, let's say you had a little bit of idle time there. Yeah, lure can be actually kind of a bit of a underestimated god power in a 1v1, because if you lure your opponent's hunt on like a low hunt map, that's pretty important to lose. You know, you lose a giraffe, which is, what are they, 300 food? Something like that. Let's see, as soon as it's getting line of sight, I'll be able to see. Yeah, 300 food, so every giraffe is a 600 food swing. So that's pretty important. Praise the Sun does have some nice berries right next to his hunt, as opposed to Chesso's, which kind of spawned on the other side, so not quite as good for him. We are aging up, not yet. Wow, this is a slow age up. And we also have a slow age up for Praise the Sun as well. I wonder if he's gonna get this. You know, the two lions, generally you don't get much value out of them, but in an initial early skirmish where you only got like 3 or 4 units, if you have the lions thrown in, they can swing an early fight. I don't think it'll be important here. Instead, what they do is they kind of end up as mainly just free scouts, you know, no pop or anything. And Chesso is just going to wood here. That's a little bit bold. A lot of wood as well. What's he gonna have? 4. I wonder if he's gonna switch some of these over to food. He could potentially do centaurs, but I think at this point it's too late to start that up. Same thing for Praise the Sun, who is up 63% compared to 60%, so about the same age up time. Praise the Sun made his hero, which is why he's just a tad bit slower. Actually, he's faster with more pop. So actually, Praise the Sun had a little bit of a better archaic age, because Praise is advancing faster with the hero. And he's up Hermes. And are we just going to see town center grabs from both players? Yes, we are. So we're going to see a pretty defensive game. 5 goats to 7 goats, but there's another one here. So pretty even as far as goats. Oh, this relic's still sitting there. When is Chesso going to make his first hero? So we're going to have... okay. 1 centaur here. Hello, Swiss boy. Hey, 50 Shades was talking mad smack that you're scared to play him. So we got 2 town centers, but we see a 3rd, and just like a Boomfest Poseidon. And where are these vills going? Okay, we're going to that. Yeah, very defensive so far. They're kind of like playing the exact same. Both have their centaurs sitting on their town centers. And now this one is moving over here. I think he's a little bit afraid of getting raided. And yeah, Chesso is grabbing 3 town centers. Praise does not quite have the eco for it. He made... So Praise actually made both of his heroes before Chesso even made one. So actually, like, if, you know, from my vantage point as being the omniscient viewer, I know that if he were to have gone forward to this town center, probably would have forced a ceasefire. Instead, Praise the Sun was a little bit scared of his hunt getting raided, so he sat back on his hunt, which we know is the wrong move now that we see Chesso getting his 3rd town center. Probably about this time, Praise the Sun is probably also realizing, as soon as the number 3 pops up next to Chesso, that he kind of made a mistake, because he's going to have to really put on the pressure now to basically catch up, because, you know, there has been no pressure yet, and he's making an army now, and so he's definitely, Praise is definitely going only 2 town centers, whereas we have 3 for Chesso. What kind of eco upgrades we got? Nothing yet for Chesso, and we have pickaxe and hand axe for Praise. So Praise can get a little bit of a raid here. Like, this town center really protects almost no resources, and not a good place to put your farm. And wow, a early ceasefire just because of this raid. It's those 2 golden lions. If it weren't for those 2 golden lions, you know what? I don't think ceasefire would have been required. And now we have the 3rd town center. This is a lot of villies. Maybe he needs the wood. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you just don't like. You don't want. I mean, I understand why I used it. You just don't want to have to use it at 8 minutes in the game because of a 2 hero, 2 lion, 1 centaur raid. You know that you don't. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of value out of that ceasefire. I mean, it is, but only because he was kind of unprepared. And now we have our first fight here. Praise the Sun Centaur got promptly smacked. So, and only lost half of the HP on his Centaur. And now Chesso is building his first few. I assume they're stables. Yeah, stable. Yep. Nobody's got this relic, though. 2 more goats sitting right there. I feel like Chesso could have been just a little bit more safe with his Villi placement, and maybe instead of going to this storehouse, went up to here and put a wall from here to here, and then like 1 stable there, and then he has this whole wall, this whole side backed, you know, protected, which is not, that's not what he's going to do. I think we might end up seeing a 3rd stable getting put right here. Oh, Hippolyta with the long range. She actually managed to hit 2 shots in a row. That's amazing. And yeah, well, there is praises they're saying. Well, there's 2 other observers in here. And yeah, Praise the Sun is putting a lot of resources into walls. A little bit of a raid here. He may pick off 1 Villi, but then the Hippocon, they like to auto. Nope. So the problem is when you're like raiding, is like the Hippocon, once the 1 unit they're attacking moves to the front, they like to kind of start targeting the back villager again, and then you kind of end up with a bunch of villagers at like half HP. Looking at pop counts, 83 to 80, so Praise the Sun is behind as far as pop count and Vil count. And how are we looking economically? First line of everything and first line of everything. So, in the long run, that ceasefire was good for Chesso because he was able to get those 3 town centers out earlier. And, oh wow, we got a lot of Villies on favor here. That's 5. 5 on favor. And so far, you praise the Sun's early push really hasn't done anything at all. And is Chesso going up? He is. So yeah, Chesso, it seems like he's had a lot better like villager management. Not a lot of idle vills. He's got a ton of farms already. Praise the Sun. Well, I guess Praise the Sun's got a decent amount, but what kind of resources Praise the Sun at? And he's not aging up. So yeah, Praise the Sun is quite a bit behind, and I think he's realizing now that he is behind, which is why we're seeing all the layering of the walls and a very bold forward base here, which it looks great and all, but like really what's the point of this forward base? I mean, he's taking control of a gold mine, but Chesso has 2 other gold mines over here that, you know, he can just freely use. So this forward base, I mean, I guess on the map it looks great because it shows that Praise the Sun's all over the place, but it's really map control that gives him nothing at all. Can't hit the dodgy Hippocon. And now we do have Chesso is up heroic, and he's making Hydra. So we're going to see a Hydra spam. And where are Praise the Sun's heroes? There's 1 here, Hippolyta, but I don't know where the other one is. Might be dead. And Hippolyta does need to get... Okay. Yeah, player 4, but at this point it gives him no value, so... And he's also... Ooh, those Hydra will tank so much damage. Now that... Yeah, as soon as Hippolyta's dead, this is a lost battle. I mean, there's nothing that Red can do to these Hydra. Especially not in Age 2, where he only has 2 heroes anyway. Nice to hide behind his walls, but again, this isn't a good fight for him. I mean, these Hydra will just absolutely massacre his Hippocon here. And he has no, like, heroes to be chipping away at the Hydra. And the Hydra have, what do they got? 40% Pierce Armor, and here comes a hero, but we've got 3 Hydra. Is Praise the Sun aging up? He's not even aging up yet. And now we have Chesso with bronze. Yeah, this is probably pretty much GG right here. Especially with Hippolyta just walking up, basically melee mode. And again, only one hero just isn't enough to kill all these Hydra. And I know people, when they watch me play, they want me to do Hydra spam. I'm unfortunately never good enough to do it, but we've got a Chesso's Hydra spam. We've got, how many heads has he got? He's got the 5-headed Hydra right now. It's like the holy grail of myth units right here. Because at base they have 20 attack, so that's 100 attack. And actually he also does 10 crush, so that's actually 50 crush right there, which is the equivalent to essentially a catapult, along with the attack it does. I just want to see it, let it attack something. Like, one shot all of these bills. There we go. It like one shots everything at this point. Oh, I want to see the Hydra v Hydra, the 5-head versus the 1, but we gotta kill Hippolyta here. Oh man, this Hydra's running around not doing much. There we go. Oh, not on the hero. Actually still does crazy damage in the hero. Yeah, the 5-headed Hydra. Oh, what do we got going on over here? Not a whole lot other than walls that did nothing. And yeah, this is turning into quite the landslide. I'm doing math, and Hagrid cheering on his friend Chesso, and Sir Ivan in the chat. And we might as well see a resign at this point, because unless Praise the Sun's got like a Titan that he's going to be building in Age 3, it's not going to happen. And now he's calling it, so GG. Really, do you get, I guess you're right, wall kills from the Hydras. That's a good thought, is the wall kill Hydra. So Hagrid's putting that you do get Hydras, and the Hydra heads do benefit from killing walls. So you could. Another thing, the easier thing is animals. You could just munch on these baboon here, and that would be good. Do all 3 sections count though? Like, does it work that way? Because I know, like, the way the walls connect, they kind of share hit points. But when they all die, they are all getting statistically towards the Hydra count. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that they all counted. I thought it would only be the one that it was specifically targeting. Well, we can take a look at post-game, and really, it's all just the economy, is that Praise the Sun went for the early military push and really didn't get a whole lot of value out of it, other than he did get out the ceasefire, but in the end Chesso didn't need the ceasefire for anything else. So all resource total, again you see just that slight difference, and then cover the kill loss. Yeah, that's the Hydra. We have 77 killed to 32 lost. That's quite the kill loss ratio. Usually I'm kind of on the receiving end of something like that. So that was the first game. Hopefully we can get some other games loaded up. Hello Ghoulie, long time no see. 200 Hydra versus 240 Colossus. Who wins? I mean, I must say, I've never been in that situation. I would think Colossus, pretty easily. There is a video. The Hydra win? I guess maybe the Colossus don't do a lot of base damage. And the Hydra, if they're able to survive long enough, would get their heads. But I don't know. I'm still. I guess it's down to the fact that the Colossus don't have much damage. Oh, they don't even have bonus damage versus other myths. Okay, well that's it. I never noticed that. There's a YouTube video of that? Alright, well, we're gonna change opponents here. Does anybody, I don't know, this may be a bit presumptuous, if anybody has any god preference for Chesso. He actually asked the first game. Yes, the chat. Does the chat want a god for Chesso? 50 Shades of Hades wants Hades. Does the chat want a specific god for Chesso? I'm gonna say no. It looks like oh, okay. We have an Odin or a Hades. Oh, Dolan Duck. That guy's... Oh, Dolan Duck. He's a creeper. Alright, well, Tigre Bon gets his Odin. What do I think of Hades archers? I think that's what you're trying at here. The Gastrophades, they're good situationally. They're very expensive, and they don't do much damage to units. So the problem is you also have to get your 800 resource technology to get them to the point where they're pretty decent, and there's just a lot of expense when you already have like Helipolis, which are pretty awesome anyway. So I think they're good, but they're in situationally, but overall they're in certain situations they're good. Overall, they're probably just average, so I wouldn't say they're overpowered. But what do we have here is Chesophilius or Felis or Chesso is Odin, and I think Lunatic was Zeus. Who is Lunatic? He's an extended edition player, same as Chesso. Why they're playing on Voobly today? Who knows, but why not? It gets us a little bit of a stream. So we've got, I already forgot, Zeus versus Odin on Tundra. I would say normally Zeus does have the slight edge. Actually, more than a slight, because Zeus Centaur spam can absolutely demolish. Be quiet, Christian Greco. Zeus Centaur spam can absolutely demolish Odin, because Odin does not have Forseti, so Odin gets very slow Hersier, which Jason and Odysseus can pick the Hersier off, and then you have the Centaurs destroying everything else that the Odin has to offer. Like Centaurs demolish Ulsark, Centaurs demolish throwing axemen, Centaurs do well against raiding cavalry, because that special can't miss. So even if the raiding cavalry are moving, you still get that special. That's basically, if you get 5 Centaur, I think it's like an insta-kill on a raiding cavalry. But on Tundra, with all of the hunt, which Odin likes, very beneficial for him to get maybe that little bit more eco. The Odin would probably want to wall off pretty well, Like, I could see him walling off this corner of the map because it does protect that hunt. I guess it's only that hunt though. I mean, this one is pretty far forward to go to. It'd be pretty risky. Otherwise, he's got his 2 Aurochs, which those are pretty safe. And then his back hunt, which he is eating all of his back hunt now. Sometimes what you see players do is that they will move to forward hunt, which might be a little further away, but because it's the forward hunt isn't as safe in H2, and so you'll see the back hunt be saved for that H2 pressure, which in a situation like this would be a pretty good idea, because you would assume that Lunatic will go Centaurs. That is the assumption I am making, and look at Lunatic. He's being all high tech here, stacking up both his gold miners and his wood villagers on one storehouse. And sometimes you can't quite place it where you want, and it really, by the time you take into account like bill movement, it's really not beneficial. This is pretty close to where I'd say it's pretty decent, but once age 2 hits, if he needs a lot more gold miners, he'll want to build a second one. But for now, will apparently my headset and such are playing games again. This is annoying. I think the sound is back, but the audio... Okay. Alright, I think we're back. Yes, this is more like what we've been seeing lately. Technical difficulties. But hopefully we'll be okay. Ooh, what relic did he get here? We're about to find out. So he's up Athena, actually. And Cathar of Apollo, that's a very good relic. So Athena, not the standard play here. You would normally do Centaur raids into this. Is the audio working? I think it is. Can I put teams? No, I can't. And what's this other relic he's gonna grab? So villagers are faster and they have more hit points. That's basically makes them immune to raids. That's really good. The Minotaur is killing the elk. Okay, so now we're having the barracks Toxotes. So barracks Toxotes, Minotaur. Is he gonna make another Minotaur? Maybe. Yeah, it is a lot of wall chips. There is no game sound. I think there is. At least I hear it. There's no game sound though. Well, that sucks. Because there's no music playing, but there would be sound effects. I'd like to see Lunatic being a little bit more aggressive with what he's doing. A lot of sitting around, where the Athena is generally about the early and heavy push. Though he could kind of just sit back until we at 1,400 more gold in this gold mine. So there's game sound. It's probably just a little bit quiet. You might be confused because there's no music right now. And why is Lunatic eating his berries when he's got these Aurochs right here? The Aurochs do gather quite a bit faster. Saludos to you, Shinji. So, Lunatic being very tentative so far. And now we see this wall here, probably to get this gold mine and also to protect his villagers. And he might end up putting another wall from here to here. And Guli does not like the use of the wall chips around the tower. Now, who said it's illegal? I guess is my viewpoint. Lame, yes. Yeah, I would think as Chesso when I see these Pygmalion statue relic and then the Cathar of Apollo relic, like be very like depressed knowing that the raids just aren't gonna work. And meanwhile we have a counter raid by Lunatic who will probably pick off one Billy. This hoplite, okay, one more shot and she's gone. Alright, there she goes. So she's gone. Lunatic might as well just eat all of his Aurochs. And whoo, going down here. And we'll probably lose another Villy. Oh, the Toxote hit the wall. There she goes. We got her anyway. And now we're kind of at... Chesso's in a bit of a tough spot where he's almost out of hunt. And just has these berries and this hunt left. And Chesso does not, I think, know about this. Oh, Lunatic is kind of predicting that these units were coming down here. He actually does not need to run. I don't think Chesso knows that they were down here. Which, as Odin, wherever his ravens are, he really should have scouted the whole map by now. You can't. He hasn't, apparently. And got these hoplites and Toxotes that are kind of interfering with the and one gets mauled in. Oh, yes, and almost builds that, and then we'll go back to the Aurochs. Okay, and this one just gets stuck there indefinitely, guarding. Okay, we do have a forest fire still that Chesso is potentially looking to use. If he's able to slide his raiders in here and forest fire the back end, he could get some kills, but nothing yet. And oh, does he turn and fight this? There is not a hero here. Okay, here are these heroes. Oh, now these raiding cavalry are running to a very poor spot. Oof. And kind of a low value forest fire, really more so just to save his units. And is coming down here trying to maybe raid, and because he's on the offensive, even though really I feel like Lunatic should be on the offensive, he has the better army. Because he has a bigger army, but he's being defensive just by this one pack of raiding cavalry. Like Lunatic could really be kind of destroying Chesso's base, and ooh, use your resto just to save a few vills. Honestly, there Lunatic should have just kept running his vills, and you might have lost 2 vills. And instead he uses restoration, really just for the value of saving a couple villagers, which, when you consider what restoration can do, you fight on the enemy gold mine, and it's kind of an instant win. And look at these 2 bold and impetuous villagers here. And we did see Chesso did grab a town center, the one closest to this gold mine. And Chesso, if he's feeling really brave, might come down to those Aurochs here. What kind of eco upgrades we got? Pretty good eco upgrades for Lunatic. First line of pretty much everything. And Chesso farming but does not have plow. Chesso saving up to go up. Oh, he is getting plow, but yeah, he's going to be aging up. And the question is he age up with Scotty or Nord? He is aging up with Scotty. Skatey, or whatever you want to call it. This wall does not quite go to the edge of the pond here. So it's a good thing these raiding cavalry are thin. That diet plan they've been on has helped them kind of sneak through that wall. But this is a bold, now this is a little bit of a optimistic move here, where you're going age 3, which means you're spending 1,300 resources and then trying to grab the forward town center. It's as we saw, optimistic and didn't work. I wonder if this is an... I don't think this granary quite has line of sight of that town center. This game is still very close, and now we finally see Lunatic doing what he needed to do a while back, which is push. He has a superior army. He was just defensive for so long, just because of this one group of raiding cavalry, and now he is forcing, even though he doesn't know it, he forced all these vills idle, and they have to run up here. And Chesso, knowing that this gold mine is very important, is building a hill fort. Probably want to wall this corner off here. And yeah, no medium. I would think we would see medium coming soon. Lunatic is just going to go on to the big push, but oh, he left half of his army over here. Because Chesso can respond by moving his raiding cavalry back, and will these hoplites get there in time? I don't think so. You gotta be careful of this frost giant, though. We don't want the frost giant to meet Jason. Jason's stuck. He's stuck behind the frost, and there he goes. Oh, one hill fort up. We'll probably get this hill fort as well. We do have the Herseer on the Minotaur. And yeah, Lunatic with his army split up can't quite push through here. And this is the right... I'd say it's a good fight for... I would say maybe Lunatic could have fought that a little bit harder, but... because there isn't a lot of raiding cavalry. But he is very far out. And he is aging up with Apollo. And now he's turning, but he didn't quite do that turn trick where they... So when you're retreating here, if you want to get your if you want to turn your units around really fast, you just click right in front of your units. And that kind of will make them walk through each other, and your hoplites will get forward. So now these fights aren't going so well. He's losing a lot of his Toxotes. Is that allowed on Voobly? It is. I mean, there's nothing that prevents that. I don't know if there's really anything particularly banning wall chips on Voobly. I think you're more thinking of RTS League, which bans it around like Wonders, but otherwise I think it's fine. Lunatic does have 3, and he is up Apollo. However, currently the Underworld won't give him a whole lot of value, because he can't really I mean, he can Underworld here, but with the 2 hill forts, it's not like he would be able to push off of that gold mine. And I wonder, Chesso could go for like a mythic, maybe a Ragnarok, kind of a quick Ragnarok, is something he could potentially try. Or he could kind of fight it out a little bit more standard. He does have the medium cavalry now. And EE players over Voobly? Depends who you ask. Let's not start that argument here, guys. Eco upgrades, okay, okay-ish, but nothing too awesome. But it's about the same for Lunatic, who still got those couple Billy relics there. Yeah, Lunatic could probably really pretty soon be wanting to have his restoration for a big fight. Ooh, is that another hill fort there? No, it's a temple. Currently, Chesso doesn't really have any, like, enough. Really, doesn't have any sort of. Okay, to get the frost giant on the Manicore, that's actually really good. Okay. Toxotes coming in on all the throwing axemen. They have to be a little bit careful. They're not going very far forward, and frost giant can have. Are you doing fake fake relic grabs? Oh, Lunatic is kind of falling behind quickly here. Just this massive army. He is aging up Hera. What percentage is he up Hera though? 17. That's not enough. he should probably try to get his building upgrades. Does he have? He doesn't have any. Like, if he could save this town center and then use Lightning Storm, could maybe see a kind of a miracle comeback. But so Chesso is kind of just ignoring the town center in a way with all these units, and knowing that there's a lot more value of getting on these villagers who are all on the gold mine here, and Lunatic will probably have to retreat them. But yeah, the town center will stay up. It's not going to go down. Oh, and we also have quite the pack of Toxotes there, and more here. Lunatic, I think, is just being a little bit kind of asking him to do too much at one time, I think, right now. Because he's got kind of a hodgepodge of random stuff going on, where he's got 16 Toxotes there, 5 here, Billy's over here, and we'll be up for a panic lightning storm soon. But he's just so far behind. I mean, lightning storm can kill this army off, which, yeah, that sounds great, but essentially spending 2,000 resources just to win one fight, which he's trying to hold on to. It looks like he's trying to go for an underworld somewhere, but with pure Toxotes, I don't know what he's going to get as far as value. And H4 tier, how close is he up to tier? Where is it up? No, that's not it. Must be going up in this one. 23% tier. Eco upgrades are getting there, but Chesso's got pretty much all of them, along with Winter Harvest, which is that special skatey tech, which is actually pretty solid. And now we have the Underworld Passage right on this gold mine. Now Chesso's responding, and when you look at where's the Underworld to and from? I mean, here to there, you're not getting a lot of value out of it, because he's probably not going to gold starve Chesso anyway. Especially we have Fimbulwinter coming up pretty soon. We are at now 68%. Chesso, as far as economically, pretty good eco, not a ton of gold, and now we have a frost being used. Whew, it's more like an economical frost, where he's gotten 28 vills in the frost. Now, the cool thing about frost, unlike many other god powers, is that most god powers that affect units kind of have a maximum amount that they can do. But frost can freeze, I think, an infinite amount. There might be a limit if you throw it down in the editor, I suppose. But you can get essentially an infinite amount in a normal game. And 28, well, 20, probably more than 30 vills, probably about 30 vills are frozen here, and that's huge. I mean, that's 50 seconds worth of 30 idle villagers along with military. So whenever you can double up your frost with, now we have Fimbulwinter as frost is over. These vills get unfrozen to like a bunch of wolves. Like, well, that sucks. I'd rather be frozen. And yeah, we see that Chesso is just kind of all over the map now. The wolves are absolutely demolishing the eco. We've got a few raiding Jarls over here. Wherever the Toxotes went, they've disappeared. You have kind of Lunatic is doing his best Hades impression, where he's going pure. Look at all these villagers just getting mowed down by Fimbulwinter. But yeah, our best Hades impression, where he's going like pure Toxotes almost, and he's calling it GG. Well played by Chesso. He's a good player. Chrono, love you, man. I love you too, man. Well played by Chesso. I think Lunatic's problem there was, I mean, overall Chesso's a better player, so I guess that's problem number one. But if you're gonna go with Athena, really needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Than what he did, and then the just being defensive because of 10 raiding cavalry when your army is so much bigger. As Athena, he needs to push, and then use his restoration on like the gold mine push. Yeah, you guys are, you know, I'm not to me, in my opinion, the doubling up hotkey of god powers on one hotkey is cheating. Anything that really maps more than one thing to one button really is cheating when you think about it, in my opinion. But that's what I would say. If you're mapping multiple commands to one button, it's cheating. But does it really matter, I guess, on a 15-year-old game? So that is that game. That's our second game into our little streamathon here. We'll see if we could get another challenger for Chesso, who currently is 2-0 in our little games that we have streamed today. I will point out to everybody that for those of you in the intermediate area, that Truelock has got his tournament that is basically started. It's actually got quite a large prize pool. He's got first tournament. The tournament that maybe a lot of people don't know about because it kind of started quickly and the information is on his profile. But he's got a basically a intermediate only tournament. And it's kind of a group stage kind of a thing. Groups will be published in 10 hours. That was, what, 8 hours ago? So we will see how that works. Train you? I'm kind of the last person currently that should be training anybody. Certainly have not been playing very well lately. Can we, I don't know if there's anybody that's pretty, Odin King. You stop talking in chat and come in here and let your gameplay do talking for you. Chesso needs to be brought down a notch or two. Can we do that? That way we can get on to a couple other games. Mythic Snake. Is Mythic Snake the same as Mythic Slayer? Probably not. This guy's sporting the player killer tag. Let's go into, where's my overlay? There we go. My little overstreams game history, which really isn't me playing at all. Fake balled her up. Even that too is a bit, I don't really like the, it's funny. But it's a little bit cheating, I guess. It would be funny. I mean, I'd be entertained if I fell for it in a game. But I could see. Anyway, we need to get another player for this SOE. Chesso mowing down. So Odin King, and rather than posting all of your fancy your fancy hotkeys to throw text. How is police life? Oh, it's fine. Isolo's got some strong words for Odin King and 50 Shades. Yeah, we need one more guy for this. I don't know if Lunatic's gonna show him off again. Show off his skills. What do we got? We've got Ice's best god. Odin King, 1767 versus 1768. You have just one rating off. It's basically destiny. I'm gonna invite you so you can get here. Da, 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 da. So, talking in the game chat about Lunatic using restoration for his vills, and he forgot that he had his relics that made his vills better. because he had the Pygmalion statue. And the faster running vills. Oh, well, this is where everybody is in this team game, game 16, where we've got a nice set of players in here. Otherwise, we are waiting for one more person. It looks like Chesso and Lunatic will play another game. Chesso seems pretty open to god choices, so put your god choices in for Chesso when we start this next game here. And I'll probably maybe have one or two more games. It kind of depends. Right now, the wife is at work and the kids are sleeping, so that's why I'm around right now. So I'm being a good, responsible father and getting some gaming in while everybody else is either sleeping or gone. That's what you gotta do. See, you gotta get priorities. Get your priorities together. Alrighty. So yeah, any god choices for Chesso? Nice pick. What are you talking about? So 50 Shades on Hades and Tigre Born trying to get his Chronos in. I think he's the one that got the Odin. Oh, that, yeah. Killing the Vela, Nidhogg, Titan, and Monkey. Yep. We gonna get an Hades versus Hades a matchup here. This could be a snooze fest. I put some work into getting that picture put together. I edited the game files to give Son of Osiris, who is renamed Chrono JJ, basically to one-hit kill everything. Hades v Hades on Anatolia. Alright. We're getting a little bit of our land-water map here, so at least something a little bit different. And Lunatic's on the bottom, Hades. Chesso's on the top, Hades. And the hunt for Lunatic should be, I think, right here. Because it's actually pretty close to the town center. So his hunt is either going to be right here or right there. Really, he should value. So on Anatolia, you know that you're going to get a starting hunt. It just is a question of exactly where. And sometimes it does spawn further away. There's kind of two settings where it's a close spawn and a far spawn. Really, you should make sure it's not the close spawn first with your scout. Because, yeah, they're going to be right here. Like just outside of viewpoint there, which he might get it soon. But both did dock on the bottom half of the map. And the scout, if he runs down, will he run down? It could be big. Because, yeah, it's going to be actually pretty big because he went to his berries. Whereas Chesso is on the boar. And, yeah, there they are right there. That always hurts mentally when you've gone to your berries and then you find your boar right after and they're this close. And then your kind of only hope is like, I hope my opponent didn't find his hunt. In which case, Chesso did. But the hope is always there that they don't. So Hades v Hades on Anatolia as far as strategically. Oh, Chesso was housed for a little bit. You could go, I mean, if you think you're going to get in a nice water fight, you could go Athena. I don't think they'll get a water fight in. Like, not a big one that Athena is really great for. So you might end up seeing both of them going up Pestilence, and then trying to maybe get a Cyclops plus heroes on a dock, and then a few boats to try to win one side of the map. With Chesso being on Hunt, he obviously has the advantage. In fact, he only needs to have 2 Vills on Hunt at this point to maintain his... Where is he going? Is he going for... maybe I'm missing something, but he's like not having any food Vills at all, just 1. He's also got an idol here, so maybe he's doing a bit of a substandard strategy. It looks like he's going to go for a massive boat boom in age 1. Huh. Because yeah, his eco is just a little bit off right now. He's got 150 wood and only 50 food, and like he's going to be at maximum. You can't make, I mean, you're going to get 9 fish per side. So he's already at max, and these wolves have actually kind of plunked this Villy halfway down, and we're going to have these 2 villagers meeting each other. Yeah, will Lunatic notice? Because Chesso doesn't want any part of that, and okay, I like this. He is going to wall his Villy in. So that's good. Set the quick little wall in on his Villy, because actually this scout could almost, well, no, I wouldn't kill it, but okay, this is going to require Chesso to pay a little bit more of attention to. Man, that was a nice reaction there. We'll slow the dock down, and the house will go up, so that will protect the villager there. But he'll be stuck in there for as long as these units are here. But Vil for Vil. And oh, Lunatic is housed right now. And now it's just realizing he needs to build it. He is aging up, but yeah, we see he's kind of badly housed. He's got 2 villager units that are trying to pop out, and they aren't. And Chesso is not aging up yet, but probably ahead. 41 pop to 38, so he is 3 boats ahead. And oh, the wolves. The wolves? Oh, he ran right back through the wolves. Oh. I mean, he knew they were there. He must have just forgotten. And the wolves finished what they couldn't do the first 2 times. Is kill. And oh. Okay, we're going to probably see... Okay, they're both going up Athena? I would have thought we would have seen at least 1 Ares, but double Athena. Docks down here. 2 docks, 2 docks, 3 docks for Chesso, and we've got actually 3 docks on the top for Lunatic and 3 docks for Chesso. So tons of docks for these boats, and how hard will they fight water is the question. And Lunatic coming up here, is he gonna grab a town? He is. With 1 Vil currently. What kind of relic we got here? Oh, caravans are cheaper, move faster. And the other one increases the ranged attack of buildings. Not bad, not bad. Okay, how hard will they fight the water? Really here, I think that you get more value out of fighting water as opposed to grabbing a town center. Gets the first toss in on the Minotaur. And Minotaur runs away now. Has that scouted, but that should tell Chesso that he needs to go heavy on the water. Or get his eco upgrades, which he is getting per sign now. And he's getting shaft mine, so he's actually doubling up on one of his eco upgrades already. So yeah, he does have shaft mine now. And getting a little bit of harass. How heavy does he harass though? So he's got all 18 boats, and Lunatic currently is sitting at just 4 down the bottom because he didn't quite get that dock soon enough. So yeah, I find that you get more value probably with the early boat harass as you do with the immediate town center in a 1v1. Because really these two boats have kind of eliminated three fishing for now, and I think they did kill a villager down there too. Man, there's rules, big guy. Gotta enforce them. So still sitting at 1. In fact, Chesso is valuing... Oh, is he gonna go age 2? Or age 3, I guess? How many resources? Okay, yeah, he is doing age 3. Using the Sentinels just to protect from this Hero plus Minotaur raid. And Minotaur going in a little bit too far. Really should just get onto that. Yeah, there you go. At least get some damage in on that. And Chiron is taking out that. Oh, not quite. Didn't quite get that unit. So 2 vills. What are we looking at the boat fight? So Lunatic has defended the bottom, but he is being harassed again on the top. Just a few boats. It's always a little bit harder being the aggressor on water because of the shooting docks. You can't really keep your boats just sitting right next to the docks like what we see right here, is because now they're going to eventually die. So really it just kind of becomes a cat and mouse game where you show up, you shoot a few times, as soon as the boats go idle, you run away, and then when they come out, you shoot again, which takes generally a little bit more work from the aggressor. Oof, there you go. So Aphrodite, he is up Aphrodite, gives him a golden lion, and these are some a little bit too far forward buildings here. Really should be a little bit more defensive with these. Because if you really, when he sees that Chesso isn't going up town centers, should anticipate the land aggression. But in the end, I guess 2 lions now. Okay. Lunatic is up a little bit slower, but does have more. Two villies, and is okay. We got siege boats defending. Lunatic seems to be careful. He'll lose all these boats for really no value, and it looks like that's what he's gonna do. In a second, we're gonna see all of them die because they're all pretty much no hit points. And there they are. They're all dead. So lost a lot of boats there. And Chesso does have the army advantage. Tried to get this town center, but we've got the 3 hit point Minotaur. 14 hit point. Okay, my bad. He kills a villager at 14 hit points. And then Chiron coming down. We'll probably pick off another Villi. Yeah, maybe. And this is actually just these few units is forcing Chesso to be defensive, which is actually pretty important because Chesso has actually a substantial land advantage, and I can get behind that curse because I got the other 3 villas, so this town center still isn't going up, and at the moment Chesso can't really respond with his own because there's really nothing of value to use curse on. So a nice curse there gives Lunatic more time, and he is behind probably economically. Yeah, he's got quite a bit fewer units as well. And that lion's still up here. Do we still have just 2 lions for Chesso? Looks like it. 2 lions. 3 lions actually now. These things are tanks. Nothing being researched, and we now kind of... This is sometimes what happens on Anatolia. Oh, this is a nice relic for Hades, is that it increases the range attack of buildings. That's a good relic, and you kind of want that. This is also a really good relic. Caravans are cheaper and move faster. Very beneficial. Lunatic does have Chesso defensive up on the water on the top end. So they're kind of trading water harass here, but Lunatic needs to be careful that he just doesn't slowly lose these 4 boats to those docks. And is getting pushed off of his starting gold mine, but does have another. But these 3 golden lions might be a bit troublesome for him. But he does have 2 heroes here. And a few Toxotes way over there. This is Chesso's only gold mine is right here. Oh, this really, Chesso though doesn't have any units to pick off the heroes. Like he has no Toxotes. Is Chesso aging? No. Maybe soon? Yeah, he's aging up, going for the quick underworld, or not underworld, earthquake. And Lunatic should, I mean, if he knew that Chesso were aging up, would know that he needs to push the advantage here. Because he could actually gold block Chesso for the time being down there. And he is coming forward. We will see an earthquake, I would assume, here. Lunatic should maybe consider getting his building upgrades. They're both going up H4 Artemis, so 30% here and 20. Lunatic is actually aging up faster. And these lions are almost dead. Should really just turn and fight. Yeah, okay. Alright, curse is used. This hero needs to, I don't know why he's up here on the hoplite. Oh, a little bit of a wall here. That will keep this up. Greetings, you love my vid. Well, thanks. I love you too, man. Oh, gotta watch out. These Peltas, very brave. But don't do any damage really to non-archers. So, I guess, I mean, okay. Kill the hoplite here. Chesso is ahead. Has 3 town centers, and Lunatic only has 2. He's got golden apples and all of his gold gather. Really, a couple hammer ships here would kind of finish that off. The earthquake here would actually be really big, because this will gold block Chesso. And that earthquake actually is of more value than Chesso's earthquake. The question is though, will Lunatic come back to this gold mine? Will he get line of sight of this? I think this wayward villager might give him line of sight if he notices. But this push here, if he were to move his army here right now, I think Lunatic would have the win. And we're going to have the counter earthquake? No? Oh, he knows. He knows the vills are here. He needs to move back here. There is only 150 gold left in that base gold mine. Yeah, this is of no importance right here. Okay, here we have the earthquake. It might not even take the town center down. Yeah, there's too many buildings. So it doesn't even get the town center down. And Chesso ahead by a score, but I think he's gonna have to call it in just a little bit. As soon as this Chimera gets down here to flame broil a few villagers, and Chesso's gonna be in a really bad spot. I really love the Chimera, such a good unit. Where is your special though? Oh, kind of misaimed it. 2 counter Chimera though from Chesso to respond. Yeah, he does have 2. You are correct. Are we gonna get another flame broil as he leaves? Just turn around and roast these last few vills. And this is where these relics that are still sitting on the map, you might as well just roast these things. Just get one more roast in. There we go. Yes, I love it. I love the dying vills from the Chimera. It's so good. So wholesome. Alright, 3 town centers to 3. Why should they be immune? Just because they breathe fire doesn't mean they can't burn. Oh, you could have gotten that Chimera. Why did you run? Where are you going? Instant kill this. You're Perseus. There you go. Okay, you got it instead. Okay. Oh man, Perseus can really do a lot of damage here. His special does take a little bit of time to recharge. I can't quite check it out on my the overlay. Honestly, Lunatic is going a little bit too heavy in here. Oh, is he gonna get another one? Oh, he did. That's a ton of favor used on. I mean, that's, what is that, 60 favor? And Chesso is gold blocked right now, and he doesn't have much. Okay, restoration used. This is. How does he have the gold for these Chimera though? I guess he still does have 400 gold. He's only got one Villi though, building this town center. And where's Perseus? Perseus is dead. Okay, he's coming back. And now we have the counter restoration. Well, you gotta stop this town center from going up though. I don't think he will. The Peltass stopped the town center. Will he get it down? Oh, there's only 2 Vills. 4 Peltass versus 2 Vills. Who wins? Looks like the Vills are slowly winning here. Oh, get some Toxotes on it too. Okay. Oh, he's trying to, I think. Oh, oh, come on, this is so close. The shades. The shades. Will they do it? I think they will. Yes. All these. Oh man, too slow to get these other Villies in. If he would have moved these Villies sooner, I don't think he'll get it now. Where did Perseus go? Okay, he's down here. Oh, you gotta get on the town center with all your ranged units here. Oh, they did! I don't know why Lunatic went to move all of his ranged units forward. He could have just kept them here, shooting at the town center. And now we've got these 2 Chimera going in for a raid. A raid. Ooh. You almost need 3 for that max raid here, but I'm still looking at these relics. These are actually, for the civs that we've got and now the game state, you've got the relic that gives buildings more attack, and you're already Hades. And then you've got the relic for caravans are cheaper and move faster. That is another awesome relic. But this game is Chesso. Man, I thought the gold block would be enough, but Chesso is now probably ahead in eco pretty decently. Actually, no, they're probably about the same. What are we looking at for upgrades though? Okay. Oh, actually, Lunatic has more units. This is a nice build that he's got here, though. If he can finish off these walls and upgrade them, which he's not upgrading yet, and Perseus might, this Minotaur, or not Minotaur, this Chimera, yeah, I gotta be careful. So the Perseus special, really good with the insta-kill. The problem with Perseus is that he's not exactly fast, and he doesn't have a ton of hit points, only 468. So he's kind of like an all-in kind of a dude, where if you can get your attack off. But what kind of building upgrades are we seeing? Fortified Town Center, 10%. And no other building upgrades. You need to finish this wall though. There you go. Now upgrade them. Okay, walling up here too. No pressure over here. He's still happily doing everything he needs over on this side as far as economically. Will this town center fortified get up? 50% up. We've only got 2 Petrobolus and this one is stuck. Doesn't have the pop for it. And oh, where's Perseus? Where's Perseus? Oh, he's over here. That's gonna hurt too because Lunatic does not have a trade route. But oh, this town center, 91%. It's gonna go up, isn't it? That might give him enough time to keep... Okay, now Perseus got on one. Oh, this other Minotaur stuck. Not Minotaur, Chimera. Okay. He really needs to lose a lot of these shades, because that's keeping him from getting more Petrobolus. Here comes a third one. Needs to upgrade those buildings, though. Get your wall upgrade. And here comes two more. I think Lunatic might be in a bit of a gold bind. No, he's at 300. This one Petrobolus not shooting at the town center is also hurting. You really should probably... Oh. These raids are killer. Need to watch out. Don't want to miss your flame. There you go. Alright, not as good as it could have been. Okay, we've gotten the wall down, but... Yeah, kill Eco, give him pot for catapults, and you lose. And that is going to be the end of the town center, unless we've got a building upgrade. Nope, so town center down. This one Chimera is almost dead. This Vil might actually finish it off. Lost a few more Vils. Losing the Vils isn't huge, though. Because at this stage of the game, when you've got 3 town centers and eco, you can really just replace them pretty quickly. And so Chesso ahead in score, but behind everywhere else. Lunatic is full pop. Chesso is 141. Look at all the resources he has banked. Like, he almost spent a little bit too much effort doing raids, when, like, really the Chimera could have just run in here, because there's room here. He could have just ran in between the fortress and the wall and killed probably those Petrobolus. And once Lunatic gets up 4-2 town centers, I don't know how Chesso will respond, because he's just down so far in pop. I mean, you're facing Hades. I mean, 4-2 town center against maybe Atlantean, you could get a town center down, but 4-2 town centers against Hades with super strong buildings, I don't know how he's gonna be able to respond. Probably a little bit heavy on his trade route too. 1800 gold, and he's still making more. I mean, this is a ton of trade units here. And really all Lunatic has to do is just kind of fortify this position up here. Okay, little side build. But again, you're against Hades, so it's not like you're gonna surprise kill a town center or anything. Still raiding. He shows up, uses his special, runs away. Oh man, he's got all these caravans, and he's just now getting his caravan upgrade too. That also hurts. I mean, look how many caravans he's got. This is 16, 30. He's probably got almost like 45 caravans, and that's just too many. Especially, I mean, he didn't even have... He cosplay a little bit. Doing his best Egyptian, just can't spam. Alright, now he's deleting trade route. Probably could delete a whole lot more than what he just did. Because now that he got his upgrade, he'll be able to get more in. And yeah, I mean, he's got this little side build, but it's not really accomplishing anything. Really, his only hope, I mean, Lunatic right now has, well, he has 1500 gold, but no trade route. So Lunatic really has 2300 gold left on the map as far as, well, what he has in store, and then the 900 left in this gold mine. So might see like a little bit of a delay in his push because he has no trade route at all. Like, there's not a single coming forward to wall when there's these archers behind him. But yeah, not a single trade unit. And Perseus comes in and gets another Chimera. So Chesso's probably only chance here at this point is to get a Titan. He only has 6 favor though, so, and he's still making Chimera. Like, I don't know in this situation if you get a whole lot of value out of your Chimera. I mean, the Perseus, if you just one misclick with your Chimera, Perseus can just insta-kill. And then you're losing your Chimera just like that. But, okay, now here's his trade route. Bringing in a whopping 16 gold is the Lunatic's trade route. So when he runs out of gold, which is pretty close, he's only at 200 gold now, but still in a great position. Yeah, there's still 800 gold in that. Oh, he's got gold here. Never mind. I was not seeing this gold mine. I apologize to the viewers. There is another gold mine. It's right here, which, I mean, his villagers are kind of incompetently mining from this. A lot of looking at the gold mine. But that will delay things still, though. Because he doesn't have any upgraded siege. As far as armory upgrades, has decent armory upgrades, everything except for hack. And then Chesso, on the other hand, actually doesn't have his final upgrades there. Perseus getting in on that Chimera. But yeah, the problem is Chesso just doesn't have any siege, so sure, he can defend, but he's never gonna push out. He does have this Gastrophates down here that actually has been shooting at this for probably a while and has not been noticed. Like, he's right here next to these villas. Just finish him off with a villager. What do we have down here? Nothing too much going on. But yeah, this town center is actually at almost half, lower than half hit points. And so his siege is in the form of Gastrophates. Okay. Pushing back here, I think Lunatic may be feeling a bit of a... he's still full pop. He's just kind of got units kind of scattered around. Kind of all over the place. Like, he's got army down here, he's got army that was stuck over here, he's got a couple units here. Probably could delete his boats at this point, maybe. His trade route is awful. Still bringing in a massive 15 gold now. And is losing his forward town center. Yeah. Now that Chesso's deleted his extra trade route. Well, he still has extra. He still has 4,000 gold in the bank. If he can kind of push forward with a tower push, upgrade his towers, and just slowly kind of push forward down here. With this town center at less than half hit points, and Lunatic not repairing, he could get it down with these Gastrophates, maybe. I think he will. Now he's repairing, but I think it's too late. Oh, and then these ranged units are just not killing. They're Peltas. They could have killed the Gastro. So Chesso has killed the town center. Really had no business killing it. I think this one lone Gastrophates must have been shooting at it for like a minute and a half, because I think that's what got it down to half hit points. And Lunatic didn't repair it. Now he does have another trade route there, which will help his trade route. But yeah, he's out of gold now as far as the map, but is still at full pop. What's up, Colby? I'm getting a rare day stream here, just streaming a kind of a casual 1v1, which is getting a little bit hectic here. But man, these relics on the map. Olsbergwagen. Villagers getting roasted over here, and Lunatic won't get that town center up, and he is really kind of getting all in on this gold mine that has 400 gold left, and is too slow to get his trade route up. That could cost him. Still is up pop. I mean, the game isn't out of hand, and Chesso isn't a guaranteed winner, but Lunatic is going to have to kind of solidify pretty quick, because he's going to find himself running out of resources. I mean, he's got a lot of idle vills and not a huge trade route, and now his market is down again, and there is no more natural gold on the map, and he doesn't have any heroes. So these Chimera can play in this kind of this playground. This is kind of the Chimera playground here right now, where they can do so much damage because Lunatic does not have a hero. You're trying to wall off with granaries, storehouses, more dead bills. So one Chimera dead. I guess the Toxotes are taking it down decently. What does it got for armor anyway? 60%. And now here does come a hero. Costs food, that's why he's out, I'm sure, because Lunatic does not have gold at this point. And oh my, this push here. You can't let side builds stay up, and he is not repairing. Chesso might pull this game out. Lunatic's only at 129, 130 pop because he's lost a few houses. And his trade route is not good. And getting the Toxotes, come on, there's one that's almost dead. You're not repairing it, you've got all these vills here to repair. Oh, no, don't shoot at the vill, get the Gastro. No, what are you doing? Why? No. Oh, he got it. What did he get? Oh, he got a building upgrade. That saved that town center. Oh, wow. He almost failed it there. Led shooting. I don't know what these archers were doing, but they weren't shooting at what they needed to. And man, that was close. Man, before that upgrade came up, that town center was so close to dying. And we still got these Chimera running around, roasting villagers over and over and over. Whose fortress is that? That's Lunatic's. That's like half built. I don't know what the point is of the pacifist right now. I guess there is a couple. Oh, the Gastro's over here. We'll keep this town center down. Oh, we got a lot more down here too. So that'll keep that town center. It's close, but not quite up. And we've got a few more. A Minotaur! And the town center is down. Oh, this town center should not have gone down. Just so slow in repairing it. And we're gonna compare eco right now. Lunatic does not have anything. Chesso does have 5 grand gold. And okay. A little bit of a fortress with Helipolis here. Why not I played? I'm just taking it easy tonight. Or today. This is just kind of a relaxed afternoon where I can kind of forget that I suck and watch other people. Gotta get these heroes down on the Ajax on the Toxotes here isn't exactly where you want him to be. This town center going down might have kind of solidified the deal, because now Lunatic's got to trade with this trade route, which is even worse than what it was earlier. And I think Chesso is going to turn this around. Doesn't have a lot of pop, but if Chesso builds this town center, which I think he will get it, because Lunatic is just at so low of pop right now. He's only at 106 of 130 pop. Yeah, he just has no pop. No eco to make an army. And Chesso, I counted him out. I'll be honest, I counted him out. But yeah, once he gets this town center, it's over, because he's got a huge economy. So he's gonna go to 100. He's gonna go to 140, 140, 160, 160 pop, and then he'll push right here. And Lunatic is not understanding how he lost. Nice game. Yeah, Chesso played. I mean, yeah, Chesso played a lot better late game. Ooh. Good game though. 36 minutes, nice game. Lunatic really should have won for the position he got himself in. But the side build here is actually, that's one thing that really cost him. Because that cost the town center. It also prevented him from getting a trade route in too. And then he was getting his his 16 trade route. So if he would have cleared this whole build out before the fortress got in, like just wall that off and then upgrade the walls so that the vills can't come in. But that was a nice game. Yeah, he was. Chesso was all the way up to 133 villager pop when he was at. He was at 3 town centers there, but wow. Yeah, Lunatic just probably needed to wall this off a little bit better, so that the Chimera can't come in and roast all his villies over and over. But whatever. You know what? It was a nice game. Glad to watch it. Back and forth it went. And ended up with just... Yeah, that you're right, Stanislav. That the earthquake, I thought it was over then. And then I thought it was over again later. Okay, I can probably do one more game, observe or whatever, and we'll call it a night or a day actually. But yeah, nice game. Yeah, Chesso just played a lot better at the end. Really, Lunatic tried to keep pushing when he was 4-2 town centers. Should have, in hindsight's 2020, should have just solidified, taken control of the entire map, and then at 4-2 with that entire map controlled, he would win. But because he kept pushing, he kept losing units and wasn't able to solidify. And then that's allowed Chesso to kind of get those Gastrofates in on the bottom town center and that top one as well. You know, wall off the map, upgrade your walls, keep the Chimera out, and then just solidify at that front town center. But the guy that I forget the name now, who was talking about Gastrophetes earlier. The Gastrophetes there did win the game. They did without the Gastro there because he didn't have enough pop for Helipolis. And I mean, he maybe could have done it with Siege, like the catapults. Anyway, but yeah, so once you get in that position, 4-2, Hades v Hades, you solidify your position and you really can't lose. But if you keep pushing like he did, he kept losing units over and over and over and over, and eventually when that gold ran out, he had no economy, and then all of a sudden kind of fell off that cliff. And also that back build, he clears that back build while just holding the front build and walls off the map. He now has full control of the map, and that's what he kind of needs. Whereas, you know, it's easy to want to do that full push because you're like, I'm up 4-2. I just push this last town center and I win. But in a way, playing like that is the only way you can lose. Because if you just fall back and hold your position, solidify, get everything balanced, there's no way the 2 to 4 town centers should be able to push through and win. But maybe who is Hawk? He's bad. But yeah, that was a good game. Well played by both. It was an enjoyable watch. What is this? Look at all these F2. I will probably stream a team game. Probably just stream a team game and then we'll be done. Where did Chesso go? Alright, we'll probably stream this team game and then we'll be done. So we'll get one stream in with a bunch of good players. Player, Gold Lion, Squash, Heimdall, we'll throw him in there. Wookie, Swiss Boy, Brickhead. Okay. Red's trade cost him. Well, yeah, he didn't have a trade route. And then there was also that relic right next to his other forward where he that relic, it was the what's the trade relic? I forget the name. He had the trade relic right next to his forward town center. Give me a sec. I will be right back. We're starting up what will be the last game of the stream. It's going to be a 3v3 with a lot of good players, so hopefully we'll see a pretty cool game. And I will step away for a minute and be right back. Alrighty. Okay, what do we got here? Observer mode, we'll click in. We'll see What are we talking about here? Old King, if you're in the chat, they're calling you out for being a cheater. Old King using the console, huh? I think that there was stuff put in the anti-cheat to prevent it from being opening, but I know there are still a couple ways around it. But yeah, let's refrain Odin King from using the console. Painted Desert. I think Gold Lion hates this map. Alright, so we got Squash, Gold Lion, Heimdall versus Swiss Boy, Wookie, Brickhead. Two good teams. We will see what we got going on in this game. Oh, anyway, so what do we got? 3v3 on Painted Desert. And we've got Swiss Boy is green. So what do we got? Swiss Boy Uranus, Wookie Loki, and then Brickhead Thor. And then up at the top, Gold Lion Kronos, Heimdall Uranus, and Squash Loki. So we've got Loki Uranus Kronos versus Loki Uranus Thor. So Loki Uranus on both teams. The only difference is the Kronos v the Thor. On Painted Desert, am I still playing? Yes, I do still play. I actually normally play. It's been a while since I've done a recording or a casting stream. So that's kind of why I'm doing it today for a couple hours. It's just because it's been a while since I've done it. Usually I cast like recorded games of tournaments. Look at this one. Billy is kind of inefficiently gathering from that zebra. But there haven't been any tournaments lately to cast, so haven't had too many casting recorded games. But Painted Desert, if you're not familiar with it, is a map that was added into the Woobly balance patch. It didn't come with the original game. Kind of think Anatolia, just the water is kind of pointless for the most part. And it's also like a wood starve Anatolia. Each player only gets 3 pretty small trees, and the rest of the trees are all in one huge long line along the edge of the map. And then there will be one that'll spawn in the back as well in a 3v3. Hunt is pretty decent amounts as well. It's actually a high hunt variety, it looks like, because we've got the 3 rhino spawn. That's I think the highest you can get as far as that kind of hunt. We also got multiple rhinos spawning in the base as well, along with some zebra. So a lot of hunt. Probably see a pretty aggressive game here. I mean, all the players are playing pretty aggressive gods. You know, your Uranus, Kronos, Loki, Uranus, Loki, Thor. So we're gonna see a pretty probably hectic game. And this map kind of is conducive to hectic games because it's pretty much open. There are the cliffs in the middle that kind of block things off. In team games, they aren't quite as noticeable as 1v1s, where 1v1s, the cliffs block more of the map. Team games, it's still pretty wide open. I mean, you got this huge wide hole here, you got another huge hole right in the middle, and then this one on the edge. So you got 4, I guess, entryways, and then you also The other thing is you can generally run along the shore of the water, and there's little holes in the trees. There'll be one here that you can kind of sneak through if you really want to. But yeah, we'll probably see a lot of archaic or classical age fights going on here. You know, your Uranos will probably do your typical Mermillo Terma thing. Your Kronos looks like he's going to do the same thing. I was kind of wondering if maybe it would go a little bit faster with a forward shift, but no forward shift, is just going with the standard 430 about. The low key is up 60%, and the other low key is over on this side. Okay. Here is this time shift down here. I don't know if you'd really get a whole lot of value out of it. There is this hunt that the Wookiee can fall back on. There's also a hunt here as well. And we are going to see the Valor on the hunt. Look at all these texts. Forseti, Prometheus. And will he use it? Now that he sees the Herseer show up, might as well not use Valor. And just time shift the temple back. Probably. It's actually a good job holding on to the Valor, because you wouldn't get very much value out of it right next to the Herseer, and especially because that hunt, it ran out anyway. So nice job holding on to that Valor and saving it for a Vil and a couple units here. And Squashy, okay, here comes the first two Herseer. You know, we've got a couple Promethean, and there's no Herseer over here. The Proms will find it. Or will they? Yes. He saw, but he didn't see. There's actually one low Villy here. Probably could have actually killed it with the Prometheans. But didn't know it. What relic is he holding? I wish I knew. No Holothanes yet. Now we've got just our waves. Hello, Airtrees, if I didn't say hello earlier. Got our waves of units now crossing the map. Kind of trying to see who can get the aggression on first. Okay. Wants to save that hero and move him all the way back. Oh. I think Gold Lion still has Deconstruct. Could almost deconstruct this building and then kill the citizen. Probably worth it. And, oh, Brickhead grabbing an early town center. That's a little bit risky. Yeah, here comes. Okay, this army will defend pretty easily. So with Brickhead grabbing the early town center, we'll put the team bottom on the defensive, and so now it'll just be how much damage can F2 plus Heimdall do with the early raids and such, because they should be able to take an advantage. And we see that Gold Lion is pushing Wookiee back. And Heimdall just needs to find some good places to attack. He did kill a citizen, or somebody killed a citizen here. Right next to a tower as well. Do we have Holothanes yet? Not yet. Is it being researched? It is. How close? 50% for Holothanes. Really, Squash's army is not so good until Holothanes shows up. But he did a great job of saving. He's got these 3 Herseer plus this one almost. Oh, get in the tower. Yeah, saves it. And now we have the point where Swiss Boy is going to be. This is kind of the important part of the game here, where if the team on the bottom can hold long enough for Brickhead's double TC to pay dividends, then they're in a decent spot. So, yeah, we want to see some really heavy pressure. And oh no. Oh, the Herseer coming forward and missing this army is going to result in probably 3 or 4 Villies dead. This is big. Get the Ox Cart too, and probably kill this 2 more Villies and then run. Okay, didn't kill the Villies I thought he would kill. But that's a great trade. And ooh, shoot it. Do you shoot and lose a couple more units or not? That's kind of the question. That was a good raid there by Swiss Boy. That might have kind of saved him on the bottom end, because that is going to slow down Squash quite a bit, because he doesn't have a hunting ox cart right now, and he's actually popped. He was for a bit. There's this citizen sitting in here. Brickhead trying to help out. We've got Gold Lion coming down here. There is a spy on this army. They know they're there. My player is checking everybody's statistics here. Okay, so now the Hersier coming forward. Ooh, nice raid. Oh, stops the town center for Heimdall and will maybe kill the Villi. Oh, didn't quite surround it. Oh, Heimdall doesn't even notice. But we've got another raid on Squash's hunt. And this is gonna hurt because he's already got a lot of half-dead Villies. And that's more. And not sure why Wookiee was so tentative there. I would have fought this a little bit more. Trying to get his myth unit spawn, I think, up here. If he can get a myth unit spawn. Oh, this town center is gonna go up though, and that hurts. Okay, killed a few more Vills. Hello, Nalfim. I feel like Wookiee could have done a little more damage with those 4 Hersier here. Okay, healing spree used to heal up all these Vills. Oh, this is a big raiding unit here. And we've got 2 Vills. Deconstruct where? On a tower. Okay, to get on this gold mine. But I don't think Gold Line has the army to fight this. And we do see the Villies going idle. Should result in the raiding cavalry coming down. Oh, gotta surround them. Don't let them out. Oh, okay. 1 Vill dead. Will the other one die? Yeah, will die. Oh no. Oh, wow, just chose to run away. Yeah, so this push didn't quite work, and the gold mine's done anyway. But despite the raids on Squash's base, definitely the team on the top has the advantage. This is another pretty hefty raid on Brickhead's units. And that's just the thing. You grab in that early town center in a... Why did he run? Not really sure. Maybe just to change, you know, the fight scene a little bit. But yeah, so Brickhead going that second town center, I think, is still a result of why they're also defensive. And I feel like Wookiee maybe also... Well, he's straight up against Gold Line, I think. Oh, now you... Yeah, okay. Yeah, abandons the fat and slow myth unit. That's pretty standard. Oh... This... Okay, alright. Now we got green coming in. So this should be enough to clear out these raiding units here. And actually some really bad pathing here. And oh... Shockwave to fully eliminate this army. But like, so far Brickhead really hasn't done a whole lot. He got that early town center, but like right here, this is just overkill. I mean, why are all 3 of these armies back here? Like, Brickhead needs to be going forward or doing something with this army. I mean, he's up Scotty. And okay, he will be able to defend this here. Do we have any more people aging up? Heimdall is aging. And we've got Valor used, doesn't really matter where. But yeah, Brickhead... What color is yellow? I always forget. Yellow 6? There we go. Yeah, he's not even close to like aging up for like a reg. Like really the only thing that I feel like could save them. Yeah, he's just... Brickhead, despite getting that early... town center so far has really cost his team quite a bit. Just because everybody's defensive. And so then that's why we had all these... Just, oh, we'll pick off... Ivili? Yeah, okay. Okay. And didn't really lose too many units here, but now we've got... kind of surrounded at this point. Now Brickhead has to be on this forward gold mine. What kind of god powers we got? We got flaming weapons and frost still. And Brickhead, what is he doing with his raiding cavalry? Shoo, forcing out the frost without flaming weapons. So, is Brick aging? No, he's getting the fortified town center. Needed to frost that. But you hate to have to use frost. Oh, yeah. You hate to have to use frost before flaming weapons has been used. Okay, a little bit of back build by Wookie here. Town center does go up, but he's got to run back now. So, like, Brickhead's gold mining has been really thoroughly diminished. Where he was way up here. First he was back here, he had to move to the front. Now he's got to move to the back again, and by the time he gets back here, he's going to have to move again. And now we have flaming weapons used right at this fight. Actually, he might not get a ton of that. Oh, well, Wookie's dwarves here are kind of caught in a bad spot. Everything else runs, but the dwarves stay here and hunt. Oh, I think he forgot he probably had him up there. And then we've got Gold Lion back here in Wookie's army. Trying to find it. Not sure where it is, actually. Wookie seems like he's kind of well behind where he should be. And we're going to have another raid coming right here. The raiding cavalry might clean this up. Maybe. They're kind of weak to Vermillo, though, so I don't know about that. Let's get these dwarfs in to kind of fight a little bit. Yeah, Wookie needs to do something magical with that back build, but he's still age 2. Yeah, this is looking much worse for the team on the bottom, because Brickhead, yeah, it's basically over. Brickhead has nothing. He's aging up Balder, but he has almost no billies at this point. And Gold Lion is just absolutely Gold Lion just sitting on this. Wookie is just so far behind. Like, even if when these run, these two birds will prevent Wookie from gathering any gold. And you got Reg, which will help, you know, kind of stall the game out a little bit, but it's just not nearly enough. These birds. Yeah, these birds are just... Oh, wow. Wookie is probably... Wookie sometimes rages and might be getting close to rage mode there. But yeah, because there's no god powers that they have that'll save anything. Like, Wookie is still stuck probably forever in age 2 or whatever age he's in. And this town center kind of half built. And is forcing Gold Lion to retreat. Actually, Wookie's got the army to win this fight right here. You know, spawns a decent iron jar and then wins it immediately. Reporting the team for bullying. Problem is, Wookie just can't replace his army. And yeah, we've got Heimdall coming back with more. So yeah, once these Earths here are cleared out with this, that's kind of the end of the back build. Really, and Wookie's gonna lose his main base to 5 Murmillo and 13 Terma. And it looks like Brickhead's Ragnarok is just about finished already. Squashy doesn't have a whole lot left, but Wookie is completely dead. Like, he has nothing. He's got a few gold mines and 4 dwarves up here. So if Wookie is not where he's at as far as his state of the game, it'd maybe be a chance for the bottom for Brickhead to kind of carry with Ragnarok. But Wookie is just so far behind. Heimdall doesn't have much of an army right now, actually, which is hurting. Gold Lion is up with Atlas, so he's gotten Vortex. Gold Lion kind of fighting here isn't really doing a whole lot. Kind of needs to probably just vortex down somewhere, anywhere. Okay, so here's the first vortex. The save Villies. But what kind of text does... Okay. But that is actually... The Reg should be able to take care of that army. Nice shockwave, because they were all bunched up together. And this is going to be about the end of the Reg, though. Because there's nothing. Green's army was... Yeah, Atlas is implode, so there's a bug in the game where the language file loads the wrong language. So this is actually Helios he went up. Okay, yeah, Rig Wolf actually finished that army off. And Brickhead... Swiss Boy is right here, killing 3 barracks for no reason. Like, this army needs to be over here. Because Wookiee is basically over. But this Rake did a whole lot more, and actually, I'm surprised Squash really got, like, eliminated. Like, completely. This is his Squash right here. But right now, Swiss Boy, if he gets on this gold mine here, he's got line of sight. He has to know they're here. But the non-hero Cantarius don't really kill buildings that quickly. And Wookiee needs to be careful. So I guess him losing this town center isn't really the end of the world. But it's getting harder to the Titans to make heroes cheaper. So he does have that. Yeah, Squash is squashed. I'm actually... I don't know. I mean, Wookiee is out, but so is Squash. But the Reg is almost out as well. Yeah, he has no eco. Oh, look at all these villas here. Whew. How are they going for gold? How is Heimdall's gold? Gold Lion is... Squash is nothing. Where's Teal? Okay, so Heimdall is nothing right now. 120 pop. But these two Hika right here, they do a ton of damage to buildings. And Brickhead cannot afford to lose this town center. And we've got 2 Hika in here and here. I think Gold Lion will carry this. Because Swiss Boy is just a little bit out of position. Where did his raiding calves go? Alright, so they're kind of back here. Okay. But the raiding cav at the expense of losing a couple town centers? I'm not sure if that's worth it. But yeah, Squash is nothing. Man. Hello, Solo. I don't know, that rig. This is a close one. I don't know, does he have gold too? line is chaos, so this is big here. And nobody can quite grab this town center. Swiss Boy was trying it, but these two birds think because actually, even though Wookiee is completely eliminated, he's actually doing a whole lot more damage than Squash is. I mean, Squash is eliminated too. But through this all, Squash, like, I don't know, I felt Squash really, like, just disappeared. These Fire Giants, though, without any hero like Fnatic or something, these Fire Giants will just absolutely dominate. Okay, so Heimdall is back on gold in the back corner. Squash is getting a town center. Still got this little bit of a back build. They really need to give Wookiee this town center here. Will they get this town center? No. The problem is, so why do Norse players have 0 Axemen? Well, in this case, Loki will be building Herseer and really shouldn't be building Axemen. And Axemen in team games are just so slow that unless you're like fighting straight up somewhere, they don't really give you any value because they're so slow. And generally, if a Norse is fighting straight up somewhere, that probably means the Norse is losing, because the Norse, really in straight up head-to-head battles, generally Norse kind of falls apart. But yeah, I think now that the gold has been turned back, I think it's going to be fine now for the team on the top, because as soon as they got gold mine, because really the only hope was for the back build and such to continue blocking off of gold, and they're not blocked off of gold. So as soon as Heimdall gets his town centers back up, he'll be back, and he's in a better shape than Swiss Boy anyway. And okay, we'll kill a few Villies here. 3 Vills for Gold Lion down. Vortex on these units. Actually not sure about that Vortex. Yeah, Fire Giants are good. I mean, killing a few... Ooh, save those Fire Giants. I don't know where they vortexed from, but okay. These Hika, though, will finish off the town center. We're trying to build this. Yeah. Ooh, okay, now Squash has got some Battle Boar. Yeah, Hika. So Hika Gigantes, their attack is a little bit misleading. It says they have 30 crush. So they have 30 crush and 25 hack, but they actually do double that damage. Because Hika actually attack with... They get 2 attacks at once. So they actually are double the attack that's shown. But yeah, a good. Actually, this game got a lot closer than I thought with how fast... Squash disappeared, but it's now, as soon as they were able to kind of stabilize and get access to gold, they are just so far ahead. I mean, Wookiee, you got a Ragnarok that once it's done, you got to rebuild your entire economy, and they were, just the time it takes to rebuild that economy, along with Wookiee basically being dead, other than like a pack of 10 Herseer in the back, and then Gold Lion was just too strong to carry, and now Heimdall, that he got back his gold access and now is getting all the town centers back, he'll be able to push through. And really at this point, the only kind of solidly placed player on the bottom is Swiss Boy. Wookiee still stuck in age 2, still doing some work. Okay, these Fire Giants are clearing this up. We've got, okay, randomly killing a wall. Yeah, the Hika, you're right, they are a little bit squishy. Ton of damage, but a little squishy. Squash is up hell now too, and Squash will be back soon. He's getting his gold mines back. Fire Giants though are tough. Chaos used right here. Okay, that gets one Fire Giant, who will probably kill another one. And I'll be right back. The baby is awake. We've got the precious little baby. Hi, baby. Alright, now we've got the baby. So now there's two here. What is going on? This game is actually... These fire giants are still kind of carrying quite a bit of load here. But Wookiee needs to get a town center. They need to... I don't know why they're completely... I guess Wookiee doesn't have any units back here to the Nidhogg completely roasting everything. You see this? You see this, Ava? Oh, where do we get a vortex to? Okay, so Heimdall is vortexed up here. Ava is really confused about who I'm talking to. Am I talking to you, Ava? Yeah. Alrighty. Well, the game is still by score pretty close, but Wookiee just is kind of stuck to the point where he doesn't have a town center, so he's kind of stuck. And these are his only units. I can't believe that he's had these units out for so long, but this might be not that way. He can't... Yeah, that's his only ox cart right there. Is Brickhead making... Yeah, he isn't making units out of that corner town center. And these 3 boar eventually should finish that off, unless there's a... Oh man, the birds. Birds on the battle boar? A little bit out of position, but let's keep going. Man, Swiss boy, this game is still going longer than I thought it would. This army will probably kill this town center because there is no... Yeah, he doesn't have any of the building. Where? Where's the... Where? I can't find that troll. Where is the troll? I'm looking for a troll. Oh, between main. Oh, he's stuck on the hill. Look at this troll. Are we playing? Yes, this is Supremacy. I'm not. I am not playing though. I am watching. Wookiee, is he gonna get this town center? Because this is destroyed. I feel like Heimdall isn't really doing a whole lot right now. Somebody let Wookiee take a town center. This game is like the never-ending game, Ava. Yeah. Nidhogg trying to kill this town center. It doesn't... Because it's got such a slow attack, it actually isn't really that good against town centers. Yeah, you can't... Do I need to give you something to play with? Ah, you like balloons. Here, take this. There you go. Okay, Wookiee grabbing this town center. Or trying to. We got a Hersier battle. I mean, obviously this isn't good for Squash, but I would assume that Heimdall will have an army coming soon. Maybe? Oh, here's the Fanatic. Fanatic does so much damage. Look how much damage that does. Holy cow. Okay, forcing the defensive. Double. Okay, double. Oh, Wookie, stay and fight, man. Where you going? Or is he gonna notice this instead? This might actually be better. Somebody spawned a fire giant. Oh, okay. Squash spawned a fire giant. Wow. Wookie catching this is actually pretty important. Killing several villagers. This fight here is pretty even. I mean, really, both teams pretty much losing the same amount. Nice to get that fire giant spawn, though. But 3 villies dying up there. Who is building this? Gold Lion is, and we've got this fire giant right there. Wow. Oh, no, 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 no. Baby Ava wants to... Baby's got to grab everything. Man, quite the trade route, though, from Gold Lion. And even Heimdall has a decent trade. What's going on with this town center? How long has this been down? So right now it's 8 town centers to 5. Man, this game is just brutal. Squashy getting those town centers back. These Murmillos slowly killing this town center. Like, this is like the slowest killing of a town center you'll ever see from like non-archer units. But they got it. Wookie's still running around with these dwarves. Nidhogg over here casually killing a manor. Wookie is going to try to probably stop this town center from going up, is my guess. Any interest in Outer Worlds? No, but Outer Wilds is a phenomenal game. But nothing in Outer Worlds. Okay, where did these raiding... Okay, here the Murmillo. Trying to save this. And Wookie is going to come up here. Probably maybe try to do a back build. Okay, town center. I'm surprised he didn't turn in... This Ulsark only has 1 hit point. And this Oxcart also only has like 3 hit points. Wookie could have done a lot of damage if he would have turned and fought that. But Squash is grabbing his forward town centers back. And the Nidhogg found Wookie's units and roasted a few more dwarves. So Wookie is down to even fewer villies now. And I think now the team on the top has finally stabilized long enough to take control of the game. I thought they would have stabilized about 15 minutes or 10 minutes earlier than this. How much longer am I going to play? This is the last game. As you can see, I have my baby up. So the stream will be done momentarily, but we will watch the end of the game. 7 to 6, 7, 8. So now all of a sudden, Brickhead's team was ahead on centers just a little bit ago, and now they're behind, just like that. And I think Gold Line will now kind of solidify down here on the bottom. Alright, trying to get this, but yeah, I'd say now the game is pretty much over. Hate to see this Nidhogg kinda just kinda lose for no reason. But it will die. Maybe kill the temple in time? Let's see it. Alright, kill the temple. Now it's dead. Wookie over here with this. Oh no! Oh no! The ox cart. Can the raiding cavalry save the ox cart? Nope. Oh! Murmillo just changes over there. Oh yeah, wasn't that funny? Ha ha ha! Kids are so goofy. Oh, baby. Hey, stop it! Alrighty, well, what's Wookie got going on up here? Nothing a whole lot. These 2 giants are about to finish this off. He's got just two more Herseer that are being chased by 4. And that's kind of now the final end of Wookiee. Oh, alright, now you're pressing way too many buttons, baby. You're getting too crazy. We'll have to go back up. Yeah, you're right. These dwarves have, like, run a marathon and a half all game long. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Nikan, is that they really should have given, like, Wookiee, like, this town center a long time ago. And, yeah, never getting one. Like, even a Frost at some point. Well, wait a minute. Does he get Frost as Loki? No. So, never mind. But even like a flaming, I guess, flaming weapons on 10 Herseer could have helped. But now it's too late. I mean, they're never going to kill here. And they're not going to get through here. So, yeah, Gold Lion eventually became kind of the carry. And Swiss Boy still doing pure Cantarius, fully upgraded, are pretty decent with Uranus. How much pop is Brickhead? He's at 162 of 180, so he's almost full pop, and he does have a lot of resources. So yeah, he's pretty much full pop. Look at these farms, though. Wow. Eco upgrades, not so great. But Wookiee building in the back now. Wookiee, I think, is now out of villies. I think he changed his last few villies to units. So his poor allies gotta, like, feed Wookiee resources. Kinda surprised that Swiss is able to hold on to this for so long. Yeah, those farms look like my farms. What's so funny? What's so funny? I don't know why she's laughing. Yeah, it's kind of, for, like, most of this game has really been a 2v3. Because really Squash hasn't been doing much of anything. I mean, he's even been doing less than Wookiee, because at least Wookiee has been having an army to do thus. What's the best all-around Atlantean human unit? Well, there's a question. We got double vortex here. I keep sliding away further and away so baby Ava stops touching all my keys. Wonder in the corner? I don't know about that. That 40-minute Swiss boy is still hunting, and we got this Atlantean here. The best all-around Atlantean unit's probably the Murmillo, but they're all so good. I mean, well, Fanatic, if you can get to it. But yeah, the Atlantean units, they're all solid in what they do. Murmillos are really good. Termas are good. I don't know. Hard to say. Not the Cantarius, because they generally cost too much food. And there is the Resign. So, what a game. Yeah, I don't know why they never gave Wookiee a town center. Like, yeah, there probably won't be a Titan. At least not at this point, for sure. But yeah, the problem with Cantarius generally is just they cost too much food for the Atlantean to really support. And players agreeing with me is that I mean, the Cantarius look all flashy when they're killing buildings, but then you realize that one hero Cantarius is about, what is it, 150, is about 220, 230 resources. That's a lot. That's a lot of resources. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if Fanatics weren't in palaces, they'd be... Here's your Titan Gate, man. Right at the end. So, well, GG. This was a good game. Glad we were able to watch it. Yeah, what do you think? The game's over. The game's over. They won. They won. Yeah, I know. So anyway, that does it for me, because as you can see, the baby is awake and I will have to get dinner ready. So that was a fun game though. It was really kind of all over the place. So pretty awesome game there. Got to see. Started off with a bunch of 1v1s and then ended up with this really nice team game here. And we'll take a look at the resources tributed. 14,000 Swiss boy. Wookiee tributed 10,000. Heimdall 1,000. Gold Lion 2. Yeah, they never tributed any resources to Squash, which I guess is why it took him so long to do anything. And is also why Wookiee was able to kind of stay with it. You could see him getting tributed. But man, that game ended up a lot closer. I mean, look at these town centers just up and down. This is where it was looking okay for the Swiss's team, and later on when they were up 9-5 town centers, but they just couldn't quite hold it. Couldn't quite. I know. So anyway, guys, the baby is crying. And I must go. So, thanks for watching, everybody. It's like a few good games that we were able to get. Baby is now sad. Why are you sad? Are you a big Swiss boy fan or something? You a big Swiss boy fan? You a big Swiss boy fan? Are you? Yeah. So, I'll catch all you guys later. I'll be working tomorrow. I might be back in a couple days with some more streams for you. But I've got to go for now. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you later. All right? So bye for now, and have a great rest of your day. And you too, Ava.